One of the things I see so many people struggling with is a slice, especially with their tee shots. I want to give you some tools that can maybe help you get a good feel for what it feels like to hit more of a draw, which will help you straighten out those slices. So what actually creates a slice? What happens is that club is to some extent probably swinging a little bit out and away from your body in the downswing, and then we pull across ourselves this way as we come through the ball. What happens is the club face stays very open relative to where the club is swinging, and that causes that right spin on the golf ball. So a great feeling that you might have, I've just got my little hula hoop here. I'm going to go ahead and put my grip on, and I'm going to kind of start halfway up into my backswing. You can see that hula hoop is kind of pointed at the golf ball and through my shoulders here. As we get into our backswing position here, I want you to feel like the hula hoop stays pointed in the same direction as we start coming down. So when we slice the golf ball, what it would look like is kind of like this. So that hula hoop certainly changes directions and gets to be pointed left of my body, and my hands are definitely working out more toward the golf ball. If we can really get the feeling of those hands coming down a little bit more toward the golf ball or along that hula hoop line more, that will help you get a feel for the club swinging more out to the right, which will stop that slice. Now, there's a second part to this that has to go along with where those hands and the club are swinging, and that's the club face. So we have to, if we are going to swing a little bit more out to the right now with our hands and the club, close the club face. If you're somebody who struggles with slices, you are used to keeping that club face very open as you go through the ball, and we have to change that pattern in order for the ball to not go now extra far right. So I've got my, again, we're getting our hands in the club swinging a little bit more out to the right of the target, but I've got to pair that with closing the club face. If you've ever played ping pong or tennis maybe you've thought about or been able to put top spin on a shot. That's what we need to feel here. So for my right-handed players, I'm going to feel like I'm putting a little bit of top spin on the ball with my right hand as I go through the shot. So what that would look like after the ball, if I stopped right here, the club face is looking down at the ground and that club is pointed out to the right of my target. When you're working on this, you need to be very dramatic and exaggerate it, because when we go back and play on the golf course, we're going full speed. It's probably not going to be as dramatic as what we're working on here. So I'm going to make a few practice swings again. I'm feeling like I've got that hula hoop around me. Those hands are working down in front of me and not out toward the golf ball. And then I'm adding that top spin as I go through. If I can do these things as I'm swinging, I should be able to hit a straighter shot and maybe even a little bit of a draw. This should add some distance for you and hopefully help you have a shorter club into the green. So let's go ahead and get our setup here. I'm feeling those hands kind of coming down along that hula hoop, and I'm going to feel like I'm adding some top spin as I go through the ball. Yeah, so as you can see, we get a nice draw when we do that, and that should definitely help eliminate your slice.